flooding, and Jim Cott had to be airlifted over the Minnesota River for his opening day assignment at Metropolitan Stadium. The Twins beat the Yankees that day in extra innings, the first of 102 victories in a season that will never be forgotten.
A drive deep to left, way back, home run, Twins win.
Harmon Killebrew's walk-off home run sent the Twins into the All-Star break with a 5-game lead. And 2 days later, he homered again, as the Twins and 6 of their own hosted a who's who of Cooperstown in the Midsummer Classic. In August, the Beatles took the stage in Bloomington. And 1 month later, the Twins returned to the city they left behind, the nation's capital, to celebrate an American League championship.
Rich.
October brought a classic fall classic, filled with memories to last a lifetime.
Line drive down the left field line, and a booking from Allison, who drives, makes the second.
And though it ended in defeat at the hands and the left arm of a Hall of Famer, 1965 is a chapter of Twins history to be savored forever.
A special season, no doubt. The first time the Twins had ever reached the World Series, and a memorable series it was against the Dodgers. We celebrate the 50-year anniversary of the 1965 AL champs, and to get it started, here's Adam Abrams.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the MC for tonight's 1965 reunion ceremony, Mr. Dick Bremer.
Thank you, and welcome, fans and viewers on Fox Sports North, to the 50th anniversary celebration of the 1965 AL champion Minnesota Twins. The Twins had only been in existence for 4 seasons, coming over from Washington, D.C. in 1961, when they quickly made their mark on the national scene in Major League Baseball. Today, we are honored to have 21 players and coaches from that 1965 squad, as well as family and loved ones from that American League pennant-winning team. The year was 1965. Lyndon Johnson was president. Hubert Humphrey was vice president. The Rolling Stones were on a world tour, and they are still going strong. The Sound of Music was the top-grossing film, while people were watching Bonanza and I Dream of Jeannie on their brand-new color televisions. And a 9-year-old Paul Molitor was playing ball in St. Paul 50 years before managing his hometown team. This was all before hashtags and selfie sticks, before Instagram and fine videos. The legendary Vince Scully was the broadcaster for the Twins' World Series opponent, the Los Angeles Dodgers, and his legendary voice continues to call Dodger games in 2015. 1965 was also the year the Beatles performed in front of a packed house at Metropolitan Stadium. So let's combine the forces of Mr. Scully and the Beatles as we take a look back at the 1965 World Series and the 1965 season.
Hi, everybody. This is Vin Scully speaking to you from Dodger Stadium, and I'm honored and delighted to play a small part in the 50th anniversary of the 1965 World Series. The biggest story of the series was before the game started, and that was the decision by Sandy Koufax he would not pitch on Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement in the Jewish religion. Don Drysdale had won 23 games that year, so he took the mound against Mudcat Grant. However, it was all Minnesota. They beat the Dodgers 8-2. The big blow, Zoilo Versalles hit a 3-run home run. Game 2, Sandy Koufax went to the mound, and baseball was shocked. The Twins jumped out to a 2-0 lead after 6 innings. Ron Peronowski relieved. He gave up a couple of runs, but in that game, the play that really stood out The Dodgers had their young second baseman, switch hitter, and rookie of the year, Jim Lefevre, at the plate. He hit a ball down the left field line, slicing away from the left fielder, Bob Allison. Somehow got there, made a headfirst dive, and caught the ball inches from hitting the ground. A tremendous play, and Minnesota won the game 5-2. So they're up 2-0, and the scene came to Dodger Stadium, where Claude Osteen, who was always somewhat in the shadow of Koufax and Drysdale, stepped out in the sunshine and shut out the Twins 4-0. Now you got game 4, and in that game, Drysdale returned again. In that ball game, Tony Oliva hit a big home run for the Twins, but it wasn't enough as Drysdale struck out 11, and the Dodgers won the game 5-2. That marked the return in game 5 of Sandy Koufax. He might not have been himself exactly in game 2, but in game 5, he shut down the Twins completely, 7-0. So now the scene goes back to Minnesota, and for Mudcat Grant, he's going to pitch on 2 days' rest. Well, he was a tiger of a player. Eventually, he wore the uniform of the Dodgers, and Mudcat not only pitched and won the game, he hit a 3-run home run, and the Twins remained alive as they beat the Dodgers 5-1. But that made it game 7. And as I remember, it was a spongy kind of a rainy, drizzly day, and before the game started, Walter Alston had both pitchers, Sandy Koufax and Don Drysdale, warming up together in the bullpen. He elected to have Koufax for this reason. He said if Koufax got in trouble, it wouldn't take Drysdale long to get warmed up and relieved. But if Drysdale got in trouble, it would take Koufax a much longer time to get ready and relieved. Well, Sandy solved that. He shut down the Twins 2-0. The Minnesota Twins hosted 12 World Series games, and they have won 11 of the 12. The only one they lost at home was Game 7 of the 65 World Series. Thanks for the visit. Good talking to you. Have a wonderful second half of the season.
Tremendous job today. I'm not so happy I don't know what to say. Put into words how I feel right now. Because, like you say, we've all been waiting for this for a long time, and it's just a great feeling. She's gotta take it to ride. She's gotta take it to ride. She's gotta take it to ride, but she don't care. She gets to say goodbye.
our 1965 American League champions. First, unable to be here tonight, a 1965 All-Star who hit 20 home runs and drove in 86 runs, outfielder Jimmy Hall. He was a Twin for the first 6 seasons. He went 4-4 in 1965. Pitcher Bill Shorty Fleiss. It was his rookie season in 1965, and he played 16 games. Catcher John Sesek. And now we'd like to recognize and remember members of the 65 roster who have passed away. He was the third base coach in 1965, later the Twins manager in 1969. One of the great characters in baseball history. He passed away in 1989. Billy Martin. The pitching coach, owning the likes of Jim Cott and Mudcat Grant, he passed away in 2006, Johnny Sain. The power-hitting threat with the Senators, he was the team's hitting coach in 1965. He passed away in 2006, Jim Levitt. A 6-game winner in 65 and later a 20-game winner in 1969. He passed away 3 years ago, pitcher Dave Boswell. A Twins Hall of Famer and 5-time All-Star, one of the toughest players you would ever meet, the late catcher Earl Batty. He brought the Twins over from Washington, D.C. and built a powerhouse of a ball club throughout the 60s, representing the late Twins owner Calvin Griffith. Please welcome his son, Clark Griffith. He had an 18-year career, including 9 wins in 1965 out of the bullpen. He passed away in 2003. Pitcher Johnny Clipstein, represented today by his daughter Mary Jo Hallberg. He was the primary backup to Earl Batty. He passed away in 1998. Catcher Jerry Zimmerman, represented this evening by his wife Phyllis. He collected the first World Series hit in 1965, a second-inning home run. He played 7 seasons with the Twins. He passed away in 2012. First baseman Don Mincher, represented today by his wife Patsy. He owns one of the biggest web gems in postseason history with his sliding catch in Game 2. He hit 23 home runs in 1965. Outfielder Bob Allison, represented by his wife Betty Allison Kaplan. Not only did he lead his team in the World Series, hitting a 3-run home run in Game 1, he was also the American League MVP in 1965, the first Twin to achieve that honor. Shortstop Zoilo Versalles, represented today by grandchildren Antonio, Bo, James, Cole, and Duran. The greatest home run hitter in Twins history, 475 of his 573 home runs were hit as a Twin. The first Twin to be inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame, Harmon Killebrew, represented by his wife Nita. And now let's meet the 21 members of the 1965 squad here with us this evening. He played for the Twins in 61 and 62 and was the bullpen coach in 1965. Number 51, Hal Narragon. He finished third in the Rookie of the Year voting in 1962, played 5 seasons with the Twins, Infielder number 8, Bernie Allen. He played in 29 games in 65, striking out 35 men. Pitcher number 26, Jerry Bosno. He joined the roster in late July, pitched in 12 games with 2 saves. Pitcher number 30, Gary Rogenberg. He played 7 years in the majors, his final 5 with the Twins. Celebrating his birthday coming up on Tuesday, infielder, outfielder number 11, Frank Castro. He made his major league debut in August of 65. He had 3 hits in the Twins' 100th victory that season. Outfield, first base, he played a lot of important games for the Twins. Number 8, Andy Cusco. Our next pitcher pitched 28 games in 1965, including 3 starts. Please welcome number 29, Mal Nelson. He got his first major league hit in 1965 and was a key part of the Twins' success later on in the decade. Please welcome outfielder first baseman number 13, Rich Reese. From Nimrod, Minnesota, and a Topeka High School graduate, he started 8 games in 1965. Minnesota's own pitcher number 18, Dick Stigman. Our next Twin played 9 years with the 65 season being his final season. He played 125 games between second, third, and shortstop. Infielder number 16, Jerry Kindle. The next pitcher was a rookie with the Twins in 1965, earning 5 wins with a 3.17 earned run average. And he pitched in 2 World Series games. Pitcher number 26, Jim Merritt. Another rookie in 1965. He collected 4 hits in the series as an outfielder. Number 24, Joe Nossick. Making his major league debut that season was a corner outfielder who collected 64 hits during the season. 3 more in the World Series. Outfielder number 28, Sandy Valdespino. He played 8 seasons with the Twins, had over 100 hits and 5 home runs in 1965. Third baseman number 9, Rich Rollins. He won 215 games, 128 as a Twin, including 12 of them in 1965, with a 2.38 earned run average. He later won the Cy Young Award in 1970, inducted into the Twins Hall of Fame in 2011. Number 31, Jim Perry. Another Twins Hall of Famer. He led the American League in strikeouts 3 years in a row, a 5-time All-Star, and started Game 3 of the World Series. Number 17, Camilo Pascual. Our next Twin pitched the most games in 1965, 62 appearances, and he gathered 21 saves. He notched 10 victories as well. Ladies and gentlemen, number 15, Al Worthington. A rookie who collected a World Series record 2 hits in 1 inning. in Game 1 of the World Series. He was later a Twins manager and broadcaster, always a fan favorite. Number 11, Frank Willisey. The winningest pitcher in Twins history, the man who pitched a complete game to clinch the American League pennant. An 18-game winner in 1965. He outdueled Sandy Koufax to win Game 2 of the World Series. Twins Hall of Famer, number 36, Jim Kaat. This next man won 21 games in 1965, including 14 complete games, 6 shutouts. He was the winning pitcher in World Series games 1 and 6. Hit a big 3-run home run in Game 6 as well. The one and only number 33, Jim Mudcat Grant. And certainly not least, he batted .321 in 1965 with 185 hits. He won his second straight batting title in just his second season. His number 6 is retired, a Twins Hall of Famer, should be a National Baseball Hall of Famer. Tony Oliva. Give it up one more time, your 1965 American League champion Minnesota Twins. There is one more individual we have not introduced yet, and that is 1965 manager Sam Mealy. Sam is at home in Massachusetts but wanted to send a video message to you, the fans, and to his team. So please direct your attention to the video board.
They did everything you asked of them. Kept a good clubhouse happy. They just wanted to play ball and win. To all of you, I want to say thanks a million for putting out and running the pen for me. And here's one thing. I have the manager of the year in my pen, and I look at that every day, and what they should have done was put every one of your names on that plaque, because you ball players won it. I didn't figure that invitation to on the field like they place. You guys did. I want to do this right now and say thank you to the great fans in Minnesota. You did me a wonderful job. You kept me in every ball game. You treated me great. Thanks for me.
Thank you, Mr. Mealy. And now let's hear from one of the outstanding outfielders for Mr. Mealy's team, Mr. Tony Oliva.
I love to be lead-off man. First of all, I'd like to thank you God for this great opportunity. I never dreamed that something like that could happen to me, especially after 50 years. You know, 50 years is a long time, but when you have a good time with your family, those 50 years go very fast. Why I say my family,
I say all those ball players right here, they are like my brothers. All this right here, my family, this is my family. Are you the fans? Thank you. I'm very proud today to look around here and see all you people smiling. You know, they're making me happy. And today, I saw my little boy, Ricky, play the national anthem. I saw the little Solo Messiah's daughter, two ex-ball players, playing the national anthem, singing that beautiful, beautiful voice, making me feel like to cry, because for 50 years to be here and be able to see that it's happening. And the only thing can be better if this year we get lucky and do the miracle that Minnesota did 50 years ago and win the finish. Yeah, I know we can do it. Good luck and God bless you.